Hello everybody, thank you very much for joining me today for another Twilight Zone video in my Twilight Zone ranking series, where I rank every episode from the original Twilight Zone from my least favorite to my favorite. Today I'm going to be talking about number 126 on the list, Mute, written by Richard Matheson and directed by Stuart Rosenberg. This is a season 4 hour-long episode, and as always there will be episode spoilers. So, Mute is another one of those episodes for me where there's some things I like, some things I don't care for, so it comes in as just kind of an average episode. So this one's about a girl, a younger girl named Ilsa, and she learns to communicate through telepathy, but her parents pass away tragically, and when another couple takes her in, they don't really know the whole situation, and she has trouble adapting to everything around her because she doesn't speak. So it's a very interesting premise. I appreciate the uniqueness of the premise. This does feel like a Twilight Zone episode that's different from the other ones, which is always good. And Jillian is really good in the lead in this episode. She doesn't really say anything until the end of the episode, but I'm still invested in her story, so that's a good job. Barbara Baxley is also good in support as the mother that wants to adopt her, and the other acting is fine. So, you know, despite this girl not talking, as I mentioned, I do genuinely feel bad for her, and, you know, I want things to work out for this kid, so when you're invested in a lead character, that's always good. This is kind of a melodramatic episode, which is odd for Twilight Zone, but I thought it was handled pretty well, mostly because even though I don't always love the characters and all of their actions, they do feel pretty realistic to me. Like, I can see where they're all coming from. Like, some might say the mother character, played by Barbara Baxley, can be a little much at times, but when you understand her backstory, that she already lost a child, you know, her character, it makes sense the way she acts, even if you know, some may like it, some may not, but you kind of understand it. This is also pretty well paced, in my opinion, for an hour-long episode. There is enough material here, and the direction by Stuart Rosenberg, who was always a pretty solid director, is good here. Things I didn't love about Mute. While this does feel like there is an hour's worth of material, I feel like the material is a bit unfocused. For instance, there is a school plot where Ilsa goes to school and she meets this teacher who's kind of strange and seems like she might have her own backstory, but it's kind of dropped and never really resolved. So I thought it was kind of strange. It's like you get me kind of invested in this, but then it doesn't really go anywhere. And then, you know, the ending of the episode I have mixed feelings about as well. In the end, Ilsa gets to stay with the couple who wants to adopt her after she finally talks and she finally says her name. And then her relatives from Europe realize she's now speaks and that I think she's lost her ability to use telepathy. So, you know, is this a happy ending? I guess it depends on your point of view. The episode definitely tries to play it like it's a happy ending, saying that, you know, Ilsa's loved, so that's more important than anything else. But I felt like the episode could have had a little more balance. You know, she is giving up a pretty unique gift or skill, whatever you want to call it, to get this love, and, you know, maybe there could have been a balance of that somehow, some way, but the episode never really explores it. It kind of just says what's important is that she has this family now, you know, but I guess it might be to some satisfaction. I just thought that the balance between the two things, the telepathy and the loving family, could have been, you know, there could have been a better balance there. But still, I did find Ilsa's story to be compelling, and when she speaks, it is kind of a touching moment. Like I said, I was invested in what happens. You know, I just thought that certain aspects of the episode maybe could have been explored better, or there could have been more focus on them. So overall, I think this is an average episode, Mute, which does make me think, which is always a good thing, but I thought it was an opportunity maybe missed to do even something a little bit better. So that's why Mute comes in at number 126 on my list. As always, feel free to leave a comment on whether you like this episode or not and how you feel about where I ranked it on the list. And as always, thank you very much for watching.